The Black Trump Supporter. The Reawakening of a Nation by Michael Amir. Meet Michael Amir, a Gulf War veteran, black conservative, and fearless truth-teller. In The Black Trump Supporter, he dares to question what others blindly follow. A powerful memoir that challenges race politics, media myths, and cultural silence. This isn't just a book, it's a movement.
Yeah.
Why? What makes us think that Jay-Z's taking care of all his fucking kids? He ain't got no track record of being no damn deadbeat.
Right.
He's a married man with children, taking care of all of them.
Yep.
Great father to his children. So why are we so quick to believe something just because this man's a billionaire? He left, he went to another level. So now we want to drag him down to our level. What if she lied? What if she was just making some shit up?
How many people do you know? Or how many? I spoke to a couple men, one man in particular who was taking care of this kid for 13 years, thought it was his, only to find out it wasn't. And the woman and the mom lied to him the entire time, got into an argument, got mad, and out of anger, destroyed that man's life. You aren't the father. And how many people in the comment section have dealt with that or know somebody that dealt with that? But y'all so caught up on these celebrity and the celeb bullshit. If Rymir's dad was a construction worker in Gloucester County, New Jersey, and he couldn't find him, y'all wouldn't give a shit about it.
Right.
Nothing.
Right.
You wouldn't care about a Rymir Satterway story. But the fact that it's Jay-Z, America's most wanted in the black community, oh, now all of a sudden it's the truth and we're going to seek the truth and this brother needs to find the truth and now you guys are paid off. It's sickening. You guys are sick.
He's ducking on. Why don't he just take the test? Fuck taking that test.
I ain't taking shit.
Oh, somebody's word? No.
No way.
Now, if the court would, and it's a reason why the court, but we'll make up a conspiracy. Oh, Jay-Z must have paid this person off. He's still a black man in America. You don't think that they already tried to take him down, bro?
You think he's more beloved than Bill Cosby?
Right.
You think he's more powerful than Bill Cosby? You think Jay-Z was more powerful than Bill Cosby? Your ass is tripping. And they put Bill in jail at 80, 90 years old. They don't give a fuck about us like that, bro. Get out of here, man.
Right. But look, hey, throw your comments. We know we can't win, and you know, but I guarantee you, it's not too many people on the internet talking like us, bro.
Nope.
I searched. I was like, no, everybody's going with the narrative. I love being in this position. Yep. I love going against the world. We love this shit. This ain't nothing for us. We've been doing this.
Love this shit.
You know?
Love it. Word, it's just the truth. We ain't saying shit to get controversy, anything like that. If we thought that, or if we had signs that Rymir was telling the truth, we'd be on here saying it. Against Rock Nation and all that other shit. Now we going against the big corporate people, which we've done before. Look at our reputation. Right. We're just going to call it like we see it, bro, whether it's popular or not. And unfortunately, this ain't popular, but unfortunately, and we didn't ask for it, I'd rather Rymir been his son, to be honest with you. But it don't look like it to me, bro. I can't say it do.
And too bad he probably never find out.
Nope.
So yeah, I'm moving to the next one. We bang that one. So Diddy was denied bail today.
Okay.
Which is whatever.
Yeah.
Another man everybody want to take down. Our thirst, man. Our self-hate and our thirst to rip somebody down is just at all-time highs, bro. Like man. Like wow. They use our own people every time, bro. Every single time. They can just sit back and just let our own people rip us apart. It's almost like, I hate to use this analogy, when somebody was getting hung back in those times. And you would have like somebody black turned them over and black people bought tickets to go see that shit. And they were happy it happened because, they didn't like them or they was jealous of them. So they're going to participate in the public lynching. This is what this shit is like when you see them coming after certain people.
Yep.
And dragging certain people down and making blog posts. And, you know, you got people who have made whole careers going at Diddy and are pissed off that this guy, like, it's crazy, bro. It's like, man, it be your own people.
Yep.
And I'm surprised, like, these people don't be going after him. I'm really surprised. If somebody gonna try to go at me every single day and I'm coming at you.
Yep.
Somehow I'm pulling up on you and looking you dead in your face.
Yep.
You know, but I guess they don't be, caring or whatever the case may be. But It's crazy, man. But yeah, Diddy, his bail's denied. I don't expect no different. That man will be home within the next 5 years.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that is what it is, bro.
Yeah. So let me ask you this: Do you think that he'll be sentenced to prison in October?
Maybe nothing crazy.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy. I really can't call it, honestly. I don't think it's gonna be nothing crazy.
Right.
Maybe they might give him a little time, but they gotta let that man out.
I mean, I hope they give him time served because I don't know another person in jail that's in prison for purchasing prostitutes, but it's long. I mean, all he's been guilty of is purchasing prostitutes. Yes, I know. We've seen the disgusting footage of him beating on Cassie. That's not what he was convicted for. So we cannot throw that and muck that in there and say, oh, this is karma, this is this. Now, fuck, this is the law. And all he was proven guilty of is buying some prostitutes. So let that man go. Let him go. Now, whether you like him or think he's we're not the biggest fans of Diddy.
Right.
But what we will never do is grab a shovel and help dig another brother's grave because it's a popular thing to do. Or because certain people had bad business with them, and now all of a sudden they want to see him dug, and they create narratives. And it's not just one person. Narratives have been created about Diddy forever. And we heard about him being homosexual. We ain't hear about him raping no men. We heard about being a pedophile. We ain't hear about him disrespecting or violating children. We heard about one incident. And another female that was involved, that female happens to want him out of jail now. So cut that shit out. But we don't talk about all the other counterparts that are out here doing their thing, rich, living their life, buying prostitutes, doing cocaine, using baby oil. We don't give a damn about none of them. We don't care about none of them. But the fact that Diddy made it out the mud, made millions upon millions of dollars, got to take care of his family. Now we want to find a way to go ahead and dig in that. Is Diddy and Jay-Z foundational Black Americans?
I don't even know, man. That shit to me
because if they are, then what the fuck is going on, and how are we allowing our brothers to go down the way we are? We always want to talk about unity, and we want to talk about separating ourselves from the bullshit. But unfortunately, a lot of us are front line for the bullshit. What are we doing?
They'll find somebody from Jamaica or somewhere, or oh, your grandma from Jamaica. It's silly to me, man. You're not a foundational dog. All of our ancestors come from somewhere else.
We don't know
originally.
Man. I guarantee you, some of them originally come from here too. My bad to cut you off.
Yeah, no, yeah. You're right about that.
But everywhere,
right.
You know what I mean?
Everywhere. Yeah. And I don't like the division.
Exactly.
That it's just another division. A few years ago, it was this whole Native American thing, Aboriginal. I know you remember that.
Yep.
Now it's this FBA. Like I've seen all this shit, and it's all to me divisive. No different than all these different things that people know, Christian, Muslim, Moorish, Hebrew, they all think they right. And just instead of just us unifying under a common, what your race is, we don't do that. We got to create more different things of division to divide us. Now I see them, the FBA, they posting, African people saying stuff, people from, and I get it. There's differences, and we all got different cultures and shit like that. But at the end of the day, you can go to Senegal, you can go to Ghana, you can go to these places and be accepted. Mm-hmm. Now, there's certain people that ain't gonna like you. Just like when they come over here, some of us don't like them, but we accept some of them.
Right.
You feel me? So it's a case by case thing. Even with other races, it's a case by case thing. It's not a whole big monolithic thing. Like, oh, all of them hate us, or all of them. No, it's divisive to me. Because in 5-6 years, they'll be named something else. Right. Be another name they'll be running with.
And I don't understand how we can have white Italians, white Irish, white European, white this, white that, and they all come under the conglomerate of white. But then it's like, okay, black people from America are different than black people from Africa, that are different than black people from Haiti, that are different than black people from you name the place. Like, why do we do that? Why do we have to go, no, we different? No, okay, we may be American black, but we still rock with those African blacks over there. We still rock with them Haitian blacks over there. We still rock with them Dominican blacks over there. We still got a culture of brothers, even though we may have different cultures, the different ways that we've moved throughout our life. We are still together under one conglomerate, just like they all are. You think Asian, China, Japan, Taiwan, all that shit, they Asian.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We the only ones that do that bullshit, man.
Yep. Yeah. So I mean, that is what it is, man. We, it's just division at its highest level. I don't even pay attention to the FBA shit like that. You know what I mean? I see the little videos that get posted and all that, and you know, with them an African saying something about somebody over here, I'll listen to it and keep it pushing.
I would love it way more, and I would find way more connection if I was hearing more history and more information about how it was created, as opposed to always finding a way to divide. It's always me against you. It's always us against them. Give us our history. If you want to really stand tall on us being foundationally Black Americans, I want to see nonstop history on what we were doing here, how we created this shit, what our language was prior to them coming over here and colonizing, all that shit. Give us some information so I have something to attach to, so I can feel some of this shit, as opposed to going, oh, here they go dividing again.
Well,
I want to feel y'all. I want to feel it, but it's tough, man.
They can't give you nothing. It's like they can't. All they're going to give you is going to take them back to West Africa somewhere. That's what it's going to take us back to, or maybe possibly the Caribbean somewhere. That's where it goes back to. You know what I mean?
Not a reservation in Tulsa, Oklahoma, or nothing.
I mean, you know, they can't come up with no proof about that. They'll try and give you fake art and fake this and fake that. Like you said, what was the language they were speaking? What was the culture? You know, what God was we serving? You know, all these different things. Were we speaking English? Okay, well, where'd that come from?
Right.
Were we speaking Spanish? Okay, where'd that come from? French? Where'd that come from? So when you start getting down to things like that, it gets very easy. You know, they just say where you from, bro. We originate, most of us, from the west coast of Africa. It just is what it is. And whatever it was called back then, or whatever, you know, languages and shit, do your DNA, right? Find out. Or if you don't want to do your DNA, find your oldest living ancestor. Talk to them. If you got a great grandmom or a grandmom, talk to them and ask them some questions. They'll be able to let you know, okay, this is where, boom, boom, this is what, you know, and you'll get closer and closer to it.
Yeah.
You know, also putting the last name, you know, whatever the last name of them, you know, Chat GPT or one of these different things will get you close. So they take different sources on the internet or Ancestor. I'm not saying it's the end all be all, but it can get you closer. Maybe you had a great grandfather, you know, that came from Puerto Rico, or, you know, you got a great grandfather that came from the West Coast or the East Coast or South Africa. I don't know. And you could say, okay, this is where my family originated at, you know, in 1700 or 1500. This is what they was doing. It'll get you a little closer, you know, to knowing, you know, exactly, instead of just running off out the mouth with the bullshit. Exactly. Oh, FBI, I was born. This is my nigga. You go back to Africa. From the west coast of Africa, nigga. Stop playing. Stop playing.
I ain't got nothing to say about it. Gabble drop. Because we don't know anything else. We don't know anything. We don't even like. So you were born here, and you let these white folk come over here, change your last name, change your culture, change the way you eat, change the way you move, change everything about you. We have no history on any of that. No history on our original name, no history on our original culture, nothing. It's just it's a bunch of lip service, man. Unfortunately, I wish it wasn't, but it's lip service.
Right. But I'm telling you, there's brothers out there that we could bring that to tell you. They know the history, but it's not gonna be favorable to these different groups. Because I know a couple of brothers that come bang it down and tell you the language they were speaking in 16 and who was here and who. I'm telling you, I know a couple of brothers that come bang the shit down and it'd be 100% accurate information, but it's not going to fit the narrative of what these certain groups are looking for. Yeah. So they won't bring it up or they ignore it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's what it is, man.
Yeah, we went off on a little tangent, man. I ain't even go that route, but that had to be said, man, for real. Because
I mean, like, you know, look,
we front line with the bullshit, man. We are.
It's different between a cult. Some of this shit is cult shit. They running like cults and shit, you know. But I mean, look, it is what it is. Like I said, I'm like a proponent of us really, you know, having a Patreon version. You know, what we do, open up a Patreon and like give them a raw version. You know, of a lot of topics. I think this one was pretty decent.
Oh yeah,
you know, but we can definitely, you know, go way raw with a lot of different topics.
Oh my Lord. Even talking about this, I had to kind of think before I spoke because I ain't really go in the way I wanted to. Fuck that.
But the way Charleston White, the way he did it, now I know exactly what he did. If you notice, he don't only have a platform.
Nope.
His own platform like that. He goes on other people's platform.
It goes off.
But he found a way to monetize. You know what I mean? That as well.
Yep.
You know, even if he's not making money directly from the video, he's still making money. because people are paying him to go on interviews and they big dollars, $10,000, $15,000 to go talk his rhetoric.
Yep.
What do you think about him still disrespecting Gilly's son?
I never agree with anybody disrespecting somebody's dead kid. I'm not the biggest fan of Gilly, you know what I'm saying? And I think that a lot of the things that he talks about when he talks about how he was how they were promoting King Von and how they were promoting the bullshit, and then it ended up. I agree with a lot of what he's saying, but I will never, ever, ever, ever be okay with somebody disrespecting their kid, because Charleston White got children too. And I would hate to see anything happen to them and people go ahead and find a joke from that. And they would, because he's done it so much. So I don't play around with the kids, man. I think that he should kind of strictly keep it to Gilly. Go at Gilly's neck. Go off on him. You could bring up comparisons on the hypocrite or the hypocrisy that you think is going on, but just shitting on a young man's grave that is not here to defend himself just because you're getting at his dad, I would never think it's cool, bro.
Yeah, and the type of atmosphere it creates, like, if you go to Philly, somebody will try to blow your fucking head off. I'm just gonna keep it a bean. That's how much Gilly is revered and loved in Philly.
Yep.
They will try to blow your head off in all parts of Philly, west, south, north. They would try to do it. So you kind of create the atmosphere, even if you got security with you.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's why, apart from that, just doing it in general, you shouldn't be doing it.
Right.
But like I said, I agree with you as well. Dick sucking these rappers and shit when they come on there and shit, and not asking them no tough questions. And they have people on there where they, I seen them one with Dirk where they were kind of appealing and tell him like to kind of stop what he was doing. I think it actually got through to Dirk, but I would like to see it with all of them.
Yeah.
Any of them that's controversial, a Sexy Red, and all. Okay, cool. We danced to your song, but what's up with this lipstick shit?
Yeah.
What's up? What do you think about people calling you a slut, a whore?
Yep.
I mean, I might find a different word in it. I ain't trying to be disrespectful to nobody. Right. How do you feel about that? Let's get, and you don't have to attack these people, but let's put it on the record. Like, yo, this is how the people feeling about what you're doing. I get it, you're making money and you doing this, but how do you feel about the effect you're having on these young girls? They're emulating this shit and having babies and getting STDs, and it's ruining our community. How do you feel about this? Do you have any conscience about this? These are the type of stuff you got to ask these people. We could talk about everything else, your success, but at some point in the conversation, how we used to do it. Yeah. We used to build them up to that shit.
Yep.
Minute 30, 35, we digging in. Boom, let's get it.
It's got to talk.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So yeah, Charleston White is right. You can't be giving these women and these men virtual fellatio or fellatio on their face and shit, kissing their ass and making them think that is good what they doing. But again, when you got these different sponsors and shit, they don't want that conversation.
They don't want that.
They don't want that. They just, they come on there, whatever they pay them or not, just to get the publicity out and promote their music.
Right, exactly.
Brandon. So that's the way that works. But again, Charleston, look, it's working for him. More power to him, but you create a very toxic atmosphere, no different than a rapper, a drill rapper that's disrespecting, somebody's dead children.
The very rappers you condone or you condemn, it's just like them. It's no different.
But honestly, I don't think he cares, because he's like, fuck it.
Oh,
I'm a hypocrite. You a hypocrite. We getting the hypocritical money.
Yep. And that's what makes him unstoppable, because he knows it and don't give a shit.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? As far as content is concerned, ain't nobody stopping him.
No.
You know what I mean?
People gonna be willing to pay a premium, for that. And that is what it is. That's the way the game, it is. So you can't get mad at it.
Facts on that.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely, man. So that's it. You got anything over there?
Nah, brother, I'm good, man.
All right, cool. Yeah, another episode of the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast and the Blackball Sports podcast. Make sure you check that out as well. We did them together today, but it is what it is.
Yes, sir.
We'll be with you guys Monday and Friday. Dropping that heat, and if there's another day needed, we'll definitely get to that as well. That's your brother Sandman, Viral Hip Hop News on your brother Oh God Hip Hop News Uncensored, together with the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast. Over and out.
Peace.
Peace.
All right, man.
All right.
I'll holler at you.